Welcome back to Let Me Take You Higher, the podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Villain. In the dark deserts of the night, where shadows run wild and whispers carry on in the wind, a bloodthirsty creature prowls. It moves silently, eyes glowing, leaving behind drained bodies of livestock. It's more than a myth. It's the chupacabra. The chupacabra, often described as a vampire-like creature, is a cryptid that taunts rural communities in Puerto Rico, Mexico, and the southern western United States. The name means goat sucker in Spanish, describing its preferred method of feeding on livestock. The first reported chupacabra sightings date back to 1995 in Puerto Rico, where goats and chickens were found dead with their blood drained. Since then, the legend has grown, with varying descriptions of the creature. Some reports say it resembles a reptilian, spiny creature about 4 feet tall, while others say it looks more like a mangy dog with sharp teeth and claws. Chupacabra has since become an icon of Latin American folklore. Scientists believe the chupacabra may be a misidentified animal with mange, while others insist it's a creature of the supernatural. In either case, the lore surrounding the chupacabra continues to capture imaginations. Cryptologist Benjamin Radford conducted extensive investigations into the chupacabra sightings and concluded that many were likely mistaken identity cases involving wild dogs. However, believers claim eyewitness accounts suggest something far more sinister lurks in the night. The Chupacabra legend serves as a cautionary tale for rural communities to keep their livestock safe. It has also spurred tourism in areas where sightings are reported. Misidentified animals and livestock deaths are often blamed on the chupacabra without concrete evidence, which diverts attention from real predators like coyotes. What if the chupacabra is real but remains undiscovered due to its elusive nature? Could there be an unknown species lurking in the wild? While chupacabra sightings have declined in recent years, the legend remains strong. Cryptologists continue searching for proof, but with advancing technologies like wildlife cameras and forensic science, the mystery of the chupacabra could one day be solved. Or perhaps it'll remain an eternal enigma. At the end of the day, whether real or imagined, the chupacabra taps into a deepened human fear, the unknown. It's a modern day monster that reminds us there's still mystery in the world waiting to be uncovered. Chupacabra, the infamous goat sucker, may sound like a modern cryptid, but its roots lie deep in a fear and folklore. Whether or not you believe in its existence, the stories are drained livestock and mysterious predators reveal our primal fear of the unknown, lurking, waiting in the night. The chupacabra represents the human tendency to seek explanations, no matter how terrifying, for the unexplainable. Monsters under the bed, or in this case, in the fields, are often reflections of our darkest fears. Are they real? That's for you to decide. Explore the terrifying tale of the chupacabra, a blood-sucking creature said to prey on livestock in Latin American folklore. Discover the origins of the legend from a rural Puerto Rico to the deserts of Mexico and the eerie eyewitness accounts that have kept the myth alive. Is the chupacabra merely a product of over-imaginations? Who's to say? All we do know is that deep, dark, in the eyes of the darkened desert, if you're not careful, you might run into one. And if that should happen, what will you do? Because the legend states that the chupacabra hunts its prey, always lurking in the dark, waiting for its opportunity to attack whoever should stumble upon its lair. So, if you are fearless and you don't know what lurks in the dark, the chupacabra, the infamous goat sucker, may sound like a modern cryptid, but its roots lie deep in the fear of those it preys. Whether or not you believe doesn't matter to it. The chupacabra represents the human tendency to seek out explanations, no matter how terrifying. For the unexplainable, monsters under the bed, or in this case, lurking out in the open, are often a reflection of our darkest fears. So decide for yourself. This has been another urban legend from the Let Me Take You Higher podcast. I am Mr. Villain. Sleep tight.
And that's a wrap on this episode of Let Me Take You Higher, the podcast. Big thanks to our special guests, and a huge shout out to our incredible sponsors. You guys are literally the wind beneath our podcast wings. Remember, this show was dreamed up and brought to life by yours truly, Mr. Villain, and it's all made possible by BC Entertainment LLC, a proud subsidiary of Big Cheddar Music LLC. All rights are reserved by BC Entertainment, so don't even think about touching that dial without permission. Until next time, keep your minds elevated and your vibes higher. This is Mr. Villain signing off. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and stay forever gifted and lifted.
Villain, cranium, and fix, they're here, bringing all the jokes and